Hi guys, I'm back today with another video. Just want to talk. I'm gonna eat. I got some Chick-fil-A, as you see. Got some waffle fries and a chicken sandwich and tea and some water. If you want one of these bottles, you can use my link in the description box to get yourself one. Anyway, how have you guys been? Happy St. Patrick's Day. By the time y'all see this, it will not be St. Patrick's Day. I had a video for y'all that I had made of when I traveled to Ireland. Child, spent all kind of time putting it together. Didn't even post it. I figured, oh, I thought this had bacon on it. I was like, I ain't ordered this. But no, my bad. Anyway, but I figured y'all probably didn't want to see it, so I was just like, oh, never mind. Anyway, so much has happened since I saw y'all later, honey. So let me tell you. First of all, don't that look good? Ooh, yes, that Chick-fil-A sandwich hit different, honey. I don't care what nobody said. They know what they doing over there. They definitely know what they doing over there. Child, they said that that some of the people that's doing the vaccine clinics went to Chick-fil-A and asked them how do they do their drive-through lines, because they was like they had no idea how to handle the amounts of people that they were getting for the lines and stuff they was getting for the vaccines. What better people to ask, you know? So I mean, makes sense, don't it? Cause I can't count the time I've been Chick-fil-A and been in line too long now. Yeah. But I always, for the last probably couple years, I use the app. I just order my food on the app. I didn't realize they didn't give me my sauce. They don't mess up often, but they didn't give me not one sauce. I don't appreciate that now. But anyway, so yeah. So listen, so I went to the doctor Monday. So let me tell you, let me start from the beginning. So I have been for about a year since we all went in lockdown. I've been working from home, whatever. So I have been having nosebleeds real bad. Like I used to have that problem real bad when I was a kid. I'm talking about hours long nosebleeds when I was a kid. Can't stop, won't stop, go to sleep nosebleed, wake up nosebleed, just nosebleeding. So now, like I said, it started about a year ago when we started working from home. I noticed my nose started bleeding a lot. But recently, it started bleeding to the point where I could just be sitting on the couch, watching TV, and it just starts bleeding out of nowhere. Uh-oh, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. The microphone doing something. Anyway, so I be sitting on the couch, just start bleeding, and I don't be doing nothing to my nose. It just starts bleeding out of nowhere. I mean, dripping. I mean, a lot. A lot. Like sometimes 15, 20 minutes is bleeding. And most recently, it started waking me up out of my sleep. Like I feel like pressure building up in my nose. Like I be sleeping until my 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm dead sleep. And I feel the pressure building up in my nose, and all of a sudden I jump up out my sleep because I know like it's about to like go, you know, explode. And it was just getting to the point I was sick of. I'm talking about not like once a week. I mean, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day, but probably 4 or 5 times a week this is happening. And I was sick of it. So I went and saw the people that took out my tonsils. And so I went on Monday and I saw the nurse practitioner, and she was like, oh yeah, she said, I definitely believe what you're saying, because as soon as I touched the area in your nostril, it started bleeding. So it turns out I have a growth in my nostril. And I was like, whoa. Okay, we using a lot of terms I don't like, you know? So she calls in a doctor, because you know ARNP has to get a doctor to sign off on whatever they're saying or whatever they suggest, especially if it calls, you know, they need to do any kind of procedure. So the doctor comes in and she looks at it and she's telling her, oh yeah, it looks like an aneurysm, this. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Everybody calm down. Cause y'all talking about like aneurysms now. What? She's no. You can't say words like that and don't think somebody finna get worked up. Cause I'm in my mind thinking I need to get the casket ordered. You know, not literally, because you know my trust is in the Lord. You know, not man. But you know, it just set off alarm bells in short terms. But anyway, so I'm just like, okay, and I'm by myself. And then the lady said, okay, so what you need to do is burn it. And I'm like, hold on, now, I ain't know what finna get. No, wait a minute. Shoot, you know, you finna get some matches. What you finna do? So the lady was like, oh, we're gonna cauterize it with some silver nitrate. So like, I've heard of that. You know, I used to work in the clinic back in the day. I used to do that a lot with kids. So, you know, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. I know it's heard of silver nitrate. I don't know. You know, I just heard of the terms. Never seen it. Don't know what they fixed to do. So she was like, yeah, we're just going to burn it. So I said, okay. She said, we're going to burn the surface of the inside of your nose to see if we can get the surface calmed down enough, because it's very, very inflamed. And if that works, then we won't have to take it out. But if that doesn't fix the problem, then the doctor that took out your tonsils, he specializes in all of this stuff, and he is going to probably remove it. So I said, okay. So the doctor leaves out, nurse practitioner. She's like, all right, come on, turn around. I was like, oh, we doing it right now, girl. Oh, she said, yeah, I'm just gonna numb your nose real quick. Wait a minute, hold on. Baby, when I tell you I was not ready, I was not ready. I thought the people was gonna be like, you know, we'll schedule, you know how like back in the day, they used to be like, we'll schedule you in a week, you know, come back on Wednesday. No. Sis turned around, was like, let's go. She had already scoped me up with this long old thing. And I'm like, okay now. But I wasn't ready. So she got the stuff and did it or whatever. And that stuff burned. You know, and I know what she said, it was gonna burn, it was gonna sting. That stuff was burning. I almost cussed a little bit. I almost did, but I held it together. I held it together, but it really burned. And so then she got it. I don't know if y'all really can't see, but she got it on my nose. And I ain't know nothing about it, but it was the same shape of the Q-tip. And the Q-tip they use about this long. You know, some of them be big on the end, some of them be fine. And but she was using, so she holding the scope. When I say the scope, it's like a microscope with a camera on it, hooked to a monitor, so she can see where she is in the nose. And then she trying to hold that with one hand and the Q-tip with the other, or the silver nitrate, with the silver nitrate on the end of it, so she can burn the inside of my nose. And she messed around and got it on my skin, on the outside of my nose. So silver nitrate, as soon as it hits, comes in contact, whatever, it's gonna start burning, breaking down the skin. I'm like, oh my God. She said, oop. And so she trying to wipe it off. And I'm like, girl, if you done got my face all messed up. But she was like, no, you just wipe it off. She's like, I'm just getting it off. But then it just discolored my skin around my nose. But I looked it up and then I asked one of my friends, and they were like, oh, it'll come back. It'll go back to normal. So it took a couple days, but it's finally starting to go away. And I'm just like, all this happened on a Monday. I thought this was going to be like a 30-minute appointment. I was going to be out of there, in and out, you know? No. Didn't happen. So that was that. Well, anywho, so I got that done. I gotta go back in 2 weeks to see. But then today, my nose started bleeding out of the blue. Hadn't touched it, hadn't done anything. I was literally walking from my home office to the bathroom and it started like running. And I thought it was like, I ain't gonna get graphic, but I thought it was some of the stuff from, you know, having the discharge from the cauterization. Because it had been, my nose had been running since I've had cauterization because it's healing. So I thought it was that. And baby, that was blood. I was like, oh Lord. And it was like, you know, I was like, oh shoot. Trying to find and grab a tissue and all this stuff. And I'm just like, okay. So I already knew then when I go back to this, when I go to the doctor on my next appointment, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get that thing removed. Cause I'm just like, what happened? So y'all, I'm like the old folks now, pray my strength in the Lord. Because I done messed around and got on the sick and the shut-in list. So when people tell me you can't blow your nose for 2 weeks because they don't want the scab to come off and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh. And you think that you don't even realize how much you do something until you can't do it. And I'm like, God. And it's like bad pollen here in Florida. It's been bad pollen since probably February, but it really, really picked up. Oh my God. And I got bad allergies. Then the lady told me I need to see an allergist and get tested because I got black spots under my face. Y'all can't see it on camera, but probably since January, these spots have appeared under my eyes from my sinuses and my allergies. And she was like, that's not good. She said, you need to see somebody. I said, well, it'll go away once the pollen go away. She said, no, but you need to see somebody. Cause you need to get shots and all that. I'm like, oh, this is too much going on in life. My God. So what a week it's been. It's only Wednesday, you know? But anywho, whoo, child, you know. So I went to what's the store called? Ross. First of all, Ross is my stop. It's close to everything. They have everything in there. Everything. And I just like going in there. Especially for home decor stuff. Lord have mercy. I just really have a problem. But anyway, it's only about 2 items. But let me tell you, I could tell everybody in Hillsborough County has been stimulized because everybody in the 30-mile radius was in that store. And I say everybody, I mean everybody, from the grandchildren to the unborn children to the great grandmothers who have ever lived. Even the ancestors was in them. The ghost was walking around on crutches and things, all kind of stuff. I said, Lord, what is going on? I heard so many different conversations. I went in nobody's business, but I just overheard. You know how you just hear stuff. I heard a group of one family. I could hear the little girl saying, okay, this one outfit. Okay, this $15, another 15. Okay, I get one more. And then that'll be my set of money from so-and-so. But then I got another 40 coming from Auntie so-and-so. I was like, boy, that was back in the day. Remember when people used to do that? Well, you know, you ain't having no job. You know, you was a kid. And you know, somebody said, when I get this money, I'm going to give you this. And then so-and-so said they was going to give you that. And you be counting up how many outfits you can get. What? Baby, that child was calculating. She said, I can get this, and this. And she had it down, honey. And she had her little hair swooped up. I said, you better get it over there, sis. But then I overheard in the same family or friend group, whatever it was, children raising children. I didn't like that. I don't like that type of stuff. How y'all feel about that? When the adults were standing right there, didn't say a mumbling words, not one time, not once did any of the adults reprimand any of the children. And I tell you, those children were the most rambunctious rascals I have ever seen. Ever. Ah. Well, I shouldn't say ever, because I've seen some really rambunctious children. But those kids were jumping all over the shoes, because I was in the shoe department at that point. And they were jumping over on the shoe. You know how at the end of the shoe racks, they have the benches. This little boy was jumping off the bench, jumping to the other bench. I wanted him to fall so bad because I wanted it to hurt a little bit. I didn't want him to get, you know, bleed or nothing. I just wanted him to get hurt a little bit. So, you know, you'd stop your behind from jumping off these benches because ain't nobody telling you to stop. The one little girl said one time, stop doing that. You know better. She's a child. Where is your mama? Standing right here and ain't said nothing. Because I would have whapped right across your behind or your mouth or something to let you know this is not a game. Mom ain't said nothing. The children doing all the raising. What the world kind of stuff is it? How old are these people? So another little boy literally wallowing on the floor. I mean, just a twisting. On this nasty COVID-infested floor? Are you kidding me? Baby, the brakes would have been beat off of him. Child, I can't do it. I just can't. Where was the parenting? This same little girl, don't do that. Stop that. Get up. Come back over here. Why are you over there? Do this. Where is your mama? Because, baby, my mom don't even talk. But best believe, back in the day, snatched. Not smooth out. Did not play no games. I just don't understand that. And I, you know, just letting them run all across the store. And then one of the, I think them same children, it could have been another city. Because there was so many, oh my God, so many families in there, Lord. And I, you know, everybody deserves to get out and shop, do whatever. I just feel as if you're going to be out in the public with your children, you need to teach them how to act at home when they get out in public. So they won't be an embarrassment to you and anybody else. And some people, they're probably not even an embarrassment to you because some people don't even care. They don't care. But I was just like, baby, if I could have got away with it, I would have took a belt and just started tearing behinds up everywhere. You need to get somewhere and sit down. You need to get somewhere and sit down. I'm gonna pop your mama too because she know better. Know better. And ain't saying nothing because she's so busy trying to spend that stimulus check, you know, or whatever. And she, you know, for all I know, the lady she deserved to get out and spend something and buy something for herself. And she probably do, you know, because it was a lot of children. But it was 2 grown women, and nobody was telling anybody to sit down, get somewhere and sit down. Stop. Mind your manners. Child, and it was, like I said, it was one of them had a bag of Cheetos. Like, you know, like probably like the $9 bag, something like that. They done went over in the dresses. Now, you know, that's my department there, because I love a dress. I got on one right now. Then went over in the dresses and then poured a bag of crunchy Cheetos all over the bottom of the long ball gowns. Now, I was hot because I was over there shopping, and I stepped on one of them, and I was like, well, what in the world is I'm stepping on? And I come around the corner, and here go a whole big pile of crunchy Cheetos. Now, that's when I wanted to holler out, now, all right, now y'all done went too damn far. Now, that's what I want to say. But I was like, these ain't my children. This is not my circus. But I just be like, how y'all just be letting your kids just do whatever? It's like people check out mentally sometimes. Like, do you not hear your child acting a complete fool? Because listen, if I hear it, everybody else in the store looking like, we all looking at each other like, is she deaf? Are you blind? Because baby, Ray Charles was blind, and he dead too, and I know he could have seen that. Like, my God, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Ain't no way. I don't even have children, but I tell you what, any child that know me, know if I give them a look, you better get it right. And you got 0.5 seconds to get it right. Because if I get up, it's over. I ain't kikiing, I ain't laughing about nothing, I ain't your friend, I ain't none of that. I'm the cool, fun auntie, but when I say do something, well, your mama tell you to do something, I am the reinforcer. And every child that knows me knows that. Not a game. Because what we not finna do is repeat stuff constantly. I'm not doing that. I don't do that. My mom did do that with me. And any of my elders did not do that with me. I'm not doing it with anybody else. I just don't believe you should be doing that. One time. Get up. Come here. Please do this. You know, you could be, of course you should be respectful with your children. They should be respectful with you. You don't have to give out commands like they're animals or anything like that. You don't have to do that. But when I ask you to do something, I expect you to act like your ass got some springs in them. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Don't be lingering around. Because I don't linger around when it's time to feed you. You don't linger. I don't linger around when you need clothes or when you want something or X, Y, and Z. I don't do any of that because you know what I'm saying. Like as a parent, you don't do any lingering. Why are you lingering? Get your behind up. That's my mental setup. But that's just me. I don't even have kids, but all the kids that I do for and all that stuff. I'm just saying. But I'm old school, so child, these newfangled people, I don't know what y'all doing out here. I don't know what y'all doing. But let me get off my soapbox because I know ain't nobody come here for none of that. But I'm just saying. So, anywho. Well, that's that, y'all. Oh my Lord. It was something else I was gonna tell y'all. And Charlie just slipped my mind. I don't know what it was. I could get a spicy chicken sandwich. This what I normally get. Well, I had to get a regular one. Because I don't want my nose to run. Because when I eat, that's a whole nother conversation. But, you know, when you eat spicy food, your nose start running and stuff like that. But see, when I eat, my nose start running just when I eat anyway. Like, I have to stop and blow my nose and all that. But when I eat spicy food, it really is going. And the lady told me what it was, what the thing is called, so disorder. She said a lot of people have it. So I just can't eat anything spicy right now, especially not being able to blow my nose for 2 weeks. Child, I'm not gonna be out here looking like this. No, thank you. No, thank you. Ooh. Trying to get this sandwich down is a chore. Cause like one side of my nose is stopped up and I feel like I can't breathe. I'm trying not to choke at the same time. This is hard. Y'all just don't know. Oh my God. I know I'm gonna tell y'all. So I'm driving back from Chick-fil-A this evening. So I don't know who this person was. All I know, there was a Toyota Camry, light green. And I'm driving with the flow of traffic. Now I'm a bobber and a weaver now. But today I was just like, I'm cruising. You know, I ain't got no agenda, nothing to do. So I'm cruising. I'm just going with the flow of traffic or whatever. It's a person in front of me driving slower. But I'm just like, ain't no need me trying to go around them because it was a truck on in the other lane. He wasn't going much faster, so ain't no need me trying to get all up in his behind because that's normally the lane that everybody gonna be turning from. So there's no need in me doing none of that. I'm just cool. I'm cool right here. So this Toyota Camry behind me, first of all, it looked like an older person. And I just didn't understand why they felt the need to be this close from my bumper. So I said, well, is this somebody that think they know me? You know, or what? I'm trying to pick people out. She said, do this person know me? I said, nah, ain't no old person know me. You know, especially know my car, because don't nobody, people don't know me like that. So I'm like, okay. They just kept getting up on my bumper, backing off, getting up close, and I'm like, okay now. So at that point, I said, well, let me get Gloria. So I unhook Gloria from her car seat, and I get her a position just in case. You know, Gloria is already racked and ready. Keep her before I even leave the house, racked and ready. So I unhook her from her car seat, and I just got her sitting in position, waiting, just in case I'm jump off. Cause I'm just like, well, what you doing? What is wrong with this person? So then they come from behind me, get beside me, and they riding up beside me and just keep doing this and keep doing this. And I'm like, what are you doing? So I just stopped. I just slowed down in the road, go on past. Cause what we not finna do is be playing these games out here. Cause when I tell you I will send you straight to Scotland, promise you, don't do it. Cause I'm like, I don't understand what is the road rage for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I holler, scream, cuss, and fuss when I'm driving, but best believe I'm not finna be out here playing foolish games with people. You know what I'm saying? All that for that is, what is that for? What is the getting up on somebody's bumper, then backing off, then riding beside them? What are you doing? Cause you pull out anything or act like you finna do something, you gonna be the first one gone. I declare. And I just didn't understand that. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? And it was, like I said, it was an older person. I was like, okay, you don't want these games. You don't want that from me. You don't know who I got on this shoulder or this shoulder. Okay? The people I am like this with, you don't know that. So you do keep yourself together. And I just was like, well, what is going on? And then they got behind. They wouldn't, like, so the truck stopped and they couldn't get past. So then I just went on around and just took off And then I turned at the light. Then here they come again. I'm talking about 80 miles an hour in a 45. Where are you going? But I was just like, as long as you going on past me. And then they get past me and it looked like a man with a wig on. Like, have you robbed the bank? What are you doing? It was bananas. I just was like, okay. I didn't understand that. That was the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Well, not the weirdest thing, but that was a weird thing that happened to me. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you get all up on me like that? I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, especially with that man in Georgia, you know, doing what he did to them people. That ain't right. Don't come up here playing games, because you up here thinking you making a joke, especially you out here making a prank video. I'm not with the shits. I'm not. Don't come up here with that. Playing games, honey, and they're gonna be telling everybody how you was so this and so that. Was be the operative word. Anyway, child, let me get off this thing so I get my mind together, because time get away from you, honey. This time change. I'm not tired. It just moves so fast, you know. Anywho, y'all, let me get out of here. I cannot chew. This sucks. If y'all have ever or never had your nose cauterized before or anything like that done, this is a mess. But anyway, I love you guys. You are loved. Whatever you're doing, be good or be good at it. And I will see you guys on the next episode.